Hey guys, how's it going? I made my last YouTube video saying it was gonna be my last one. It's not my last one because I'm making one now, but it is what it is. And just felt like my brother encouraged me, and so just got thinking about it, and then just came to my mind what I should make a next YouTube video about really quickly. So I said, you know what? Let me just do it. And I had to put a little work into this one because I had to get the verses up, which I usually don't do for my YouTube videos. Usually I just go right off the top of the head. But this one I actually got some notes. And yeah, I'm visible right now, sitting down on my couch. But then I got COVID-19. Uh, Definitely know I got it because I took a home test, but also my taste and my smell is just 0% right now. So I know that they say that's the thing that you got it, and definitely have that right now. So and it kind of sucks, not gonna lie, but this is nice that I get to do this right now. This is always fun for me. This is the only thing in my life that I really find pure joy in is ministering the word. And I always stop myself because I feel like I'm not holy enough, and all that stuff. But here we are. I'm going for it again. Thanks to my brother Chenis for encouraging me a little bit. I hope this is a good one for you, brother, and for anybody else that's watching. But I wanted to get into I was gonna tag it and saying some of the hardest verses to interpret solved by Jesus. Um, like and you'll know what I'm talking about in a second. All right, so we're gonna start with this first verse. Jesus said, in Matthew 5:38-39 says, "Ye have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you that you resist not evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also." Now, people want to use this verse all different kinds of things. Some people want to interpret it literally, that we must never fight back physically, and go the extra mile by even letting them slap us on the other cheek. If they slap us here, I say, please slap us on this side too. You know, um, and some people even use it to discount the Bible in a way of saying it's all metaphor, it's all symbolism. See, Jesus never really means what he's saying, and all this stuff, and to kind of take away from the literal interpretation of the Bible. Like, my mom even told me one time, said, oh, we can get into this verse actually too, but the verse that says, cut off your arm um, if it causes you to sin, and cut out your poor guy, your right. So that some lady actually cut off her arm. She was telling me that you shouldn't take the Bible so serious. Everything, take it with a grain of salt. Da, da, da. So, anyways, I had an unsettled feeling about these verses, but recently, and I know other people have gotten these kind of answers themselves as well, but recently I got them to understand how to interpret the Bible correctly and everything like that. So, as the verse I just said, turn the other cheek, right? And this just came to me through reading the Old Testament. This is. I have two verses I'm gonna give an example of, but there's many others that I've read, and I'm like, wait, I've read. This is what happens. I read the Old Testament, and I read something. And I'm like, wait, didn't I hear that word for word come from Jesus? Or sometimes I'll read Jesus' words, and then I'm like, isn't that a verse in the Old Testament? And that's how these things come to me. This specific interpretation of Jesus' words, um, which is, I'm going to give an example for this one with the right cheek, right? If you read in Lamentations, let me get there. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 30. All right, here we are. All right. See, the thing is, though, we got to read a lot of this part. All right, because this is the point. But I'm gonna go straight to the one verse and then I'm gonna read the whole thing. But all right, here we go. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 30. He giveth his cheek to him that smiteth him. He is filled full of reproach. Come on now. Come on, guys. Listen. He giveth his cheek to him that smiteth him. He is filled full of reproach. Come on now. Sounds familiar, right? Now, let's just read a little bit more of this chapter. Let me see where I should start. Alright. Alright, I'm going to start like right here. He has filled me with bitterness, verse 15. He has made me drunken with wordworm. He has also broken my teeth with gravel stones. He has covered me with ashes. And thou hast removed my soul far from peace, and forgot prosperity. And I said, my strength and my hope is perished from the Lord, remembering my affliction and my misery, the wordworm and the gall. My soul has them still in remembrance, and is humbled in me. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because of his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in him. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, and the soul that seeketh him. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for man that he bear the yoke in his youth. He sitteth alone and keepeth silence, because he has borne it upon him. He putteth his mouth in the dust, if so be that there may be hope. He giveth his cheek to him that smiteth him. He is filled full of with reproach, for the Lord will not cast off forever. Okay, here, you guys getting it? But though he cause grief, yet will he have compassion, according to the multitude of his mercies, for he does not afflict willingly or grieve the children of men, to crush his feet under his feet all the prisoners of the earth, to turn aside the right of a man before the face of the Most High, to subvert a man of his cause, the Lord approveth not. Who is he that saith, and is not, and it cometh to pass, when the Lord commandeth it not? Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good. Wherefore doth a living man complain, a man for the punishment of his sins? Let us search and try our ways, and turn again to the Lord. Let us lift up our heart with our hands unto God in the heavens. We have transgressed and have rebelled. Thou hast not pardoned. Okay. All right, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. All right, so what it's saying here is that God will put somebody down in the dirt. And when you're young, or whenever you get the chance to let yourself get pushed down by God, in any form or fashion, getting your cheek slapped, by a person, or but by maybe more so, it's saying these are a little bit of parable kind of things of how God is putting us down. It's saying that you have to let yourself be put down in such a way, you know. It sucks. It's saying it sucks. It's gonna suck for a time, but get yourself pushed down by God. Why? Because God has mercy. He will not let you die. He will not let you go down too far where you're too broken to get. No, it's for a season. It's for a time, and it's for a reason. And then let's see where the verse, it says, verse 31, for the Lord will not cast off forever. Though he cause grief, yet will he have compassion, according to the multitude of his mercies. Okay? And it goes on to say there's hope at the end of that time of getting put down. So now when you see Jesus saying it, and even in context of where he's saying it, right? It's saying, you've heard it, but give your right cheek. And if a man will sue thee to the law, take away the coat, let the cloak also. Whoever shall compel thee to go wild, go with him too. Anyone who give to him asketh thee. So he's quoting the same chapter of Lamentations, saying, when it rains, it pours. Don't fight against the hand of the Lord that's pushing you down. Because so, like in the Bible says, humble yourself, and then the Lord will exalt you. It says in the Bible that we get humbled by God. So that's what I believe is the essence of what's being said in both of these verses. It's a mixture of both Jesus' words in the words that Jesus is quoting from Lamentations. I believe he's quoting from that, and saying, he's giving us context and saying what's going on here. He's just saying God is a God of mercy, and that he will lift us up in due time, and to not get discouraged when you're down, but have that hope and have that encouragement. When you're slapped on one side of the cheek, you're willing to give the other, because you know that you're going through something that is going to end soon, and that God is going to lift you up after it's finished. So it's not like, no, don't slap me on this cheek. And if you get slapped, it's like, oh man, now I'm so discouraged. I just got slapped. No, you're so encouraged because it's the hand of God that's humbling you for a reason. You want, it says, God disciplines those he loves. He says if you don't get disciplined by God, you're not one of his. So how encouraged can we be by God? We're encouraged when God disciplines us. He loves us. Okay, so I hope you guys got that one. I'm just gonna do one more. There's, like I said, there's many, and once you start seeing these, you're gonna see all how Jesus quotes the Old Testament so much, and how they're so parallel, mirrored, the Old Testament and New Testament, because I believe Jesus, what he's saying is, and some are even coming to my mind right now. Let me just say it before I forget. He says, the one where in the book of John, and it says, they were saying like, who are you? He says, who I've been telling you from the beginning, and it's like the beginning, and these little things like this, they're clues, and they're kind of key words to Old Testament verses that he's always doing that. Anyway, so yeah, so when you read it, you're gonna see how mirrored. It's really what Jesus is doing is confirming the Old Testament by saying, Jesus always says, he said, I'm not preaching my own words. He's saying I'm saying what's already been said in the Old Testament. I'm quoting Old Testament. I'm speaking those words now in the New Testament. I'm not saying anything new. You know what I mean? Basically, he's saying I'm basically already, I'm saying what's already been said, because it's good. It's confirming. It's showing the truth of the Old Testament, and obviously the Old Testament prophesies of the New Testament and things. So there's that confirmation, back and forth between the old and the new. But let's get into the next verse. It says, my God, why have you forsaken me? And this is actually the one that most people have already figured out. But if you haven't already, here's another one. But like, this is just a quick two so that you guys can get yourself started on this train. Like I said, there's many others. Also, another one, Jesus says, I am he. And the way that he says I am he is a quote from Isaiah. Just little things. I'll get to those ones too if you want. But anyway, so here, my God, why have you forsaken me? This is the most famous one, and still many churches still don't get it. All right, Psalm 22 says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? So Jesus is obviously quoting that. So Jesus isn't saying, like, we can take the whole thing about like, oh, does that mean God has forsaken Jesus? No, Jesus is quoting Psalm 22. You know what I mean? It says, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me? And from the words of my roaring, oh my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hast not heard. And in the night season, and I'm not silent, but thou art holy, thou art inhabited of praise. So Jesus is wanting us to read this and to know this. Our fathers trusted in thee. They trusted in thee, and thou didst deliver them. They cried unto thee, and they were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded. But I am a worm, and no man, a reproach of men, a despised of the people. And they that see me laugh me to scorn, and they shoot out the lip. They shake the head, and saying, he trusted in the Lord. And this is exactly what was happening around Jesus, right around the cross, They shoot out the lip, they shake their head, saying, he trusted in the Lord, that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my God for my... So in one quote, one word, one sentence, Jesus actually saying all this. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my God from my mother's belly. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help me. Many bulls have compassed me, strong bulls have beset around me. They gaped upon me with their mouths, and they raved and roaring lying. I poured out like water, my bones are out of joint, my heart is like wax. melted in my midst, the strength dried up. It brought me to the dust, for dogs that compassed around me, and close they pierced my hands and my feet. See? It's just all, it's all what was happening to him. And all he had to do was he just quoted the first sentence. He's not going to sit there and quote the whole Psalm 22, but he's showing this is being fulfilled right before you. I may tell all my bones, and they look and stare at me. They part my garments among them, and cast lots upon my vesture. But be not thou far from me, Lord, O my strength. Haste thee to help me. Deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth. All right, I'm sorry I gotta go. I'm reading so many verses, but anyway, so that's another one. So like again, what I'm saying is Jesus quoting one of these one word, one sentence out of these Old Testament sections, and saying, read the Old Testament to understand more what's going on here. And so I mean, I was just thinking in John there was like three, like I just remembered 3 or 4. I guess I'm gonna have to go to it now. The book of John. Just to give you guys a couple more examples of this. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Let's see. See if I can find it. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to keep you guys up, keep you guys watching so long. Well, anyways, in the book of John, I'm just gonna give it off the top of my head. If you guys want me to look it up for you, the exact verses, I'll get them for you. Oh, here it is. Okay, so in John 8 verse 24, it says, I said therefore unto you that ye shall die in your sins, for if you believe not that I am, and it says he, I am he in the King James version, but maybe it's different in others. It might be just saying that if you believe not that I am, or I am he, ye shall die in your sins. Now, obviously, the I am part is very much the burning bush, just as it says before Abraham was I am, right? But the one that says I am he, right? Let me see if I can find that now in Isaiah. Which I gotta go back because I don't know what the original is, what the I am he or I am, whatever it says it there. But this is just off the top of when I read it. It says I am he in the King James, so maybe I'm wrong with this one. But here we go. Let's see if we can find it in the. Oh man, now I'm gonna have trouble finding it. Shoot. In the book of Isaiah, basically it was like a chapter where God kept on saying, I am he who did this, I am he, wait. So I'm just trying to find it real quick. Well, I'm gonna have to, dang. I might have to end this video soon, but well, yeah, it's about to be 20 minutes. All right. Well, anyways, you guys got two of them, and I give you a couple ones off the top of my head, but I'm gonna have to get the exact verse about the I am he one, the last one I did. But you got two that I got. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys keep on finding more of these throughout reading the Old Testament and New Testament where there's that matchup. Um, and oh man, now I feel like talking about something else though. Dang. All right. Like I always say, I know I don't expect anybody to watch all these, but I'm sorry for those who do. I'm really sorry. Um. Okay. So I just want to share something, and if you guys want to help me, anybody want to help me with this? I think it's important in the Bible that we keep the original words and match them with English words correctly, Hebrew and Greek. And I don't feel like English translations have done a good job. I don't think I found one. There's one like literal translation. I haven't got into it that much. I wonder if that one's right. But this new one that came out. But I want to do it. I want to see if I can do it. People have already told me that you can't do it. But what I want to do is I want to match every word in the Hebrew or Greek with one English word. So what they do in our translations now is that they'll have one Hebrew word, and then when you get to the English translation, there's like two or three different English words for that one Hebrew word, or vice versa. There'll be one English word they use throughout the Bible to describe two or three different Hebrew words. But I think it's important that we keep it if truly is perfect, the Word of God, the Bible, the Scriptures, because they're like key terms. Because they're using it. The way they're doing it is because they're using the words, the definitions of the words from the dictionary. But I believe the Bible defines its own words. So, with that being said, it's important to keep the pattern correctly, as far as if I'm using this English word for this Hebrew word, I need to keep it the same because when I see it again over here, this is where the definition might come from so I can understand it back over here. And then the challenging part is going to come once I get all the correct pairing of the Greek and the English and then the Hebrew and the English. Now I have to make sure they're paired also from the Old Testament and New Testament, two different languages. For example, if I use the word, all right, there's the Hebrew word that says light, and then there's another one that's close that's like fire, right? So it's like what English word should I use, light or fire? And then what I don't want to do is then in the Greek is the same problem, right? But I want them to be matched so I have to figure out now which one. If I pick one, okay, I'm gonna pick light now for that Hebrew word, and I'm gonna pick fire for that Hebrew word. They're two different words. They are kind of similar, but I'm gonna pick this English word and I'm gonna keep to it no matter what. Now when it gets to Greek and it says fire or light, I have to make sure that I keep it synonymous. So I have to interpret correctly what word is being used in the Greek and pair it up with the Hebrew word for fire. Fire, fire, light, light, because they're two different languages, and then pick one English word for both. So now I can not only have the ability to see the pattern of that word and go throughout the whole New Testament to find that one word fire for every time this Greek word is used, and the same with the Old Testament. But now it's all throughout the Bible, the Old and New, where I can now understand this word fully because I have it in the Old Testament and the New Testament, and I can see how it's used in many different places. So I don't know if any Bible has really gone extensively to try to fulfill that. Like I said, I think what Bibles do, the ones I've read, have basically said, in context of this word, I'm gonna use the English dictionary and figure out the best English word to use in the context of this chapter, of this verse. And then that's when you get multiple English words used for one Greek word, for example, which I don't think it's good because you want to keep it the same so that you can continue to build on the definition of that word, the understanding of that word. And I know there's going to be many hurdles in trying to do this, and also if there's already a Bible out there that did this, and then I don't need to do it. But definitely a goal of mine, my lifetime goal, is to start getting that going. It's like I feel like I don't know why, maybe laziness, I can't do it, or I don't feel like I need help from other people or something. But I gotta start getting it going and see what happens. I know I can learn a lot from it. But anyways, guys, yeah. So like I said, I hope you learned a lot from this video on the interpretation of Jesus' words and going forward and reading the Bible and catching these things, seeing and that's why I'm saying this new way of translating the Bible will help with this exact thing, because you'll see the same word and then you'll see, oh, Jesus is saying the same thing. He's quoting the Old Testament, which I feel like can get all blurred if different words are being used. So for example, if like in those two cases, cheek keyword is being used, what does it say? They use the word smite in the smite. Yeah, so both the word smite was used for smite thee on the cheek, right? So the word smite and the word cheek were both used. So the English word, the same one. So that's good. See, that's why I was able to catch it. You can see now they're similar because it's like the same words being used. And that's what I want to do throughout the whole Bible, so that there's no time where it will say slap instead of smite, when it's the same Hebrew word or the same Greek word being used, and then one time you use smite and one time you use slap. I want to cut all that out. I don't think that's a good thing, because it's more important to get the definition of that word smite or smack from the Bible rather than going to the English dictionary. So that's why it's not as important to get the right English word, because it's not about the English definition. It's about the definition you're going to get of that word from the Bible. And that's going to come through the patterns and through seeing all the different verses that use that same word. You're going to get the definition of that word. So it's not that important, as important to know what word is used for our English understanding, because it's not going to be English understanding. It's going to be a spiritual understanding. So anyways, I know I'm beating the nail down to the head over and over again, but so there's many of these guys. It's like a treasure hunt. I just said a few. There was one. I'm gonna just, now that I was just reading it, it said, "Eat my flesh, drink my blood." Right? That's always one that's always like, right? But I wonder if that's in the Old Testament. And I never looked this one up, but I'm about to, after I hang up here, I'm gonna look that one up. You guys do too, but we'll see if there's anything in the Old Testament that ever says something like "eat my flesh, drink my blood" or something like that, because I wonder if Jesus quoted the Old Testament in that one too. All right, guys, peace.